have always presented a challenge to man. Many secrets remain locked in space, secrets that have puzzled men for centuries. The search for knowledge about space is underway.
Welcome to Six Set Bro, a misguided adventure through the social fringe of the horrifying music scene. I am your guide, Don Mapula, and I am joined by my two freaky friends, Mike Skull Ledgerwood and the other guy, Andrew FernanDEAD.
That's very good.
Yeah, you really prepared that, didn't you?
Come with us on a journey into the horrifying. Welcome to the podcast, guys. This is Six Step Bro. It's the music podcast that gives you news from around the world and from your backyard right here in Belfast City, the north of Ireland. Welcome. That was a good intro, right?
Yes.
The best.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of late doing this episode too. We were actually meant to do this last week, but you know what? Who fucking cares at this point?
Anybody listening?
You get episodes
Technical
when
difficulties.
you get episodes when we give you episodes, okay? And that's what it comes down to. We're here. We can legally marry queers. Tomorrow, politics.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's get into some breaking news. This news is so fresh off the presses, fellas, that you need to wear oven gloves when you bring it off.
What's going on right now?
This news is so hot out of the oven, your glasses are gonna steam up. There is a music conference held every year in Belfast in a place called the Mac, which is what I call McDonald's, so I find it really confusing. So don't get confused. The place is called the Mac. It is in Belfast City, and there's this music conference called Output Belfast, and they have it every year. And a bunch of people come and they speak to you and they tell you how to do music good. It's actually a really good conference. I feel like I'm not selling it well enough. There's been so many really cool people who have came to it, and I've been quite a few times. Mike has been a bunch. Andy, have you been yet? No. We might take you next year.
Is it just music stuff?
Yeah.
It's all
Literally all music.
Well, all
Just
sorts of
music.
stuff, like not just like sort of commercial music, like trying to get onto radio and all the rest of it, but there's also, I think it was last year I went, they had the guy that done the movie score for, do you know It Follows, the horror movie?
Mm-hmm.
They had
Yes.
this American guy, I can't remember his name, but he was going through like
Did you
sort
not
of...
watch that in the Halloween party?
Yeah, it's such a good movie.
Halloween party?
But yeah, they had him, and they had Rory Friars from And So I Watch You From Afar, who had done a film score for like a zombie movie that had who's the girl from Juno?
I know who you mean.
Yeah, as soon as
Couldn't
you said
tell
that,
you.
I know. Yeah, I know who you mean.
Somebody
though.
Page, is it?
Ellen Page.
Ellen Page? Yeah. So yeah, like he done like film scores for that as well. And then they have like people doing like video game music and like all sorts of different like covers.
There's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
There's like podcast stuff.
Take me
There's,
to that.
you know, it covered a whole lot, but it's a very cool conference to go to, and you get some free swag usually as well, which is nice. And you just, you sign up to go. So as soon as they announce the thing, you get your name in so that you can attend the thing, and then you can go to all the little different conference rooms to listen to people
The best
speak.
thing is
cool.
to get in early, because not only do you register to go to the conference, but you also have to register what talks you want to attend.
Oh, right.
So you put your name down, and then it's kind of like first come, first serve, and obviously the more popular ones are going to fill up pretty
Right,
quickly.
okay.
So the big fresh hot news, big scoop is that along with this conference, there is always like a showcase of Northern Irish music afterwards that night. Bands play in bars right across Belfast. And it's always very cool. A lot of bands playing. But they are setting up a new thing this year, which is this is like the 6th year or something of Output Belfast. So they've decided to make a sort of like introducing showcase stage that's going to give up-and-coming bands an opportunity to play to the crowd that attends these things. Because I can't stress how important that is, you know, the people that come to watch Output Belfast or people who come to speak at it will probably be out at these things. So, like, the exposure you would get from playing that night is huge. And not to slam them, but they pretty much said in their post on their website
that it's always came from sort of tastemakers are the ones picking the lineups, and like
the people who were involved with it were also the people who let the bands who already had somewhat of
a platform.
They already had the platform, and they're the people that play that night. Yes, they are playing to people who are still up the ladder a little more, but it never really gave a chance to people who just, you know, are up and coming. So what you can do now is you can apply to play on this stage, which you can do through their website. If you go on like Facebook or whatever and go to Output Belfast, you will see the post, I'm sure. There's quite a lot about it at the minute. It's quite a big thing. And it shows you how you can apply. This is what it says on the website. I'll fly you through it quickly. It says the artist and band must be from Northern Ireland or be a Northern Irish resident. The artist or band must not have showcased at Output Belfast before, and the artist or band cannot have released their debut album yet. Which I always hate that rule, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I don't really.
That's kind of weird because, like,
I don't really see what it adds or takes away from the whole thing. But
unless you're talking about like a debut album that actually has some sort of backing with a team behind it, and
like a label.
Yeah, exactly.
Label released debut album, I would understand, and maybe that's what they mean, because like I released a debut album.
Yeah,
and I was still very much like to play.
Stu's on the brink of breaking through and into Radio 1 charts because he's released a debut album. That's obviously what that means, right?
According to all these things where it's like, if you've released your debut album, you're
on your way, man.
You're on your way.
You don't even have to worry.
Oh, shit, man. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. But yeah, you should definitely apply if you're a band who's just starting out. You don't even need to be starting out. Just don't have an album released or have played Output Belfast before. Sign up for it. It's going to be a good one, because there's like pretty semi-famous people, you know, do talks at these things. So like they might just go out to one of the bars that night and you could be playing. I'm sure they'll be very interested in, you know, a high profile showcase stage of like these are the bands that we have that are just fresh and coming up. So it's a super good opportunity. That's my fresh news. Let's let's follow this Halloween theme of that.
Yeah. Okay.
Was that spooky enough for you guys? All that information?
The new, yes.
The information about Output Belfast, it was real.
The thought of performing in front of people was quite terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Nope.
Sorry, I have so many buttons on this. I don't know things
I've
anymore.
overloaded Stu with too many soundboard options.
What is this button do?
We're gonna get labels for this thing.
Yeah, that would help. Creepy noise. I made a little Halloween quiz for everybody. You can play along at home, but we thought that's how we would make this Halloween episode.
There we go.
Are you ready to be quizzed? I'm in this voice again.
Is that your Dracula voice? Yeah?
Yes.
Is that who you're being?
I am Don Mapula.
Been watching Sesame Street for fucking...
Here's a page, Andy. I got you a page and a pen.
Thanks, mate.
Even my pen says Canada on it.
On brand.
Give it a break, Don Maple.
I got one.
So I prepared a little Halloween quiz. I thought it would be fun for everybody. Play along at home. We'll do the answers at the end.
Oh,
Quiz,
see what you've done there.
quiz style. Okay. Let's get this thing started. I wish we had some ambient. That's all I got. Question number 1.
One.
The Monster Mash by Bobby Pickett. Released in 1962.
I'm not gonna know this.
These are really advanced questions. The Monster Mash by Bobby Pickett was released in 1962, and it was banned for 11 years by the BBC. What was the reason that they gave for its banning? Definitely no joke answers.
Can I put I don't know? I don't know.
Just go for joke answers. That's what I'm gonna do.
The Monster Mash.
Question number 2. I'm always deciding whether to do in the voice or not. Ozzy Osbourne is infamous for having bitten the head off of a bat during a performance in 1982, but a lesser-known event involving a very unfortunate animal decapitation happened just 1 year earlier. What animal did Ozzy bite the head off of in 1981?
Okay, yeah.
That sounds like Ozzy.
It actually does.
I'm getting 0. Do you get half points for effort or creativity?
Whatever, man.
I'm trying to think back to all the what was their show? The Osbournes, to see if he had said something.
Probably not. He probably doesn't even remember. Question number 3.
Because I know he sniffed ants.
Oh, and Marilyn Manson sniffed sea monkeys. Question number 3. In 1966, the Beatles released a compilation. I can't do the whole thing. I've made the questions real long. In 1966, the Beatles released a compilation of recent singles titled Yesterday and Today for their American audience. The original album cover had to be recalled as it was deemed unbelievably offensive. What was it about the Beatles on the cover that required the artwork to be changed?
I don't even know if I can come up with a guess for that one.
These are all spooky questions. And yeah, I did make these questions myself, by the way. I tried to just find like a really easy to read pub quiz, but they were all just like, do the Monster Mash. What song is this line from? And I'm like, well, that's not advanced enough for our listeners.
I probably would have done all right, though.
I'll leave it at, you know what? I actually had a couple more, but I'm not going to waste more time with this podcast on my stupid Halloween quiz. Let's just get back to the...
How many did you ask?
3.
I wrote one answer down.
I've got 2.
It's okay. You're gonna ad-lib then?
I couldn't remember what the last one was. Yeah, I remember now. That's
okay. The Beatles album cover? Yeah. I will reveal the answers at the end. Play. So let's... Oh, shit.
There you go.
I have more to my theme song. Let's get into the nitty-gritty, y'all. And that's the Northern Irish Music Prize. Who are the contenders? Who are our favorites? That's the question on everyone's lips.
For the singles or the albums?
Well, we can talk through all of them. Mike may have to remind me.
Do you want me to rhyme off? Do you want to start from the bottom up and leave? Best album is the big one, right?
Yeah, that's the big one. We don't really have a say in it anyway. But I suppose, for the listeners, just jumping on board with this. The N.I Music Prize is held every year. There is awards for best album, best live performance, best single. There's an Oh Yeah Contender Award for fresh up and coming bands. And it's a really big deal. They have a big show for it. Some really cool people play.
7th of November this year in Waterfront Hall. It's happening.
Yep. And yeah, it's a big deal. And you can vote for best single and best live performance.
Yeah.
You have the power to give the people that you want that award, and you can vote through the Thin Air website. If you look up the Thin Air, you can go on there, you can vote for your favorite thing. That's what we're going to talk about. So, what do you want to start with? Best.
If I go down to the bottom of the page here, the first category would be the Oh Yeah Contender shortlist.
Okay.
Which includes Amy Montgomery, Sharam, Joel Harkin, Jordan Adetunji, Problem Patterns, and Strange New Places.
Let's just talk this thing out, y'all.
Well,
Initial reactions.
Obviously, for all these categories, for me personally, but I feel like you're going to say the same thing. You know, I can only comment so much because there's certain people that I haven't got out to see live.
We
there's
haven't
certain
seen
things that
everyone.
I haven't heard.
Yeah.
So,
As involved as we are, we haven't seen everyone on these
I've only
lists.
seen Sharam and Jordan.
yeah.
Yes.
As much as we try, it's hard to absorb absolutely everything. So, like, whenever we're saying one thing or another, you're not shunning anybody or anything. You know what I mean?
Not
It's
by
like,
any means. I haven't seen everything. I haven't heard everything. I like to think we're pretty deeply involved with the music scene here, but stuff still goes under the radar and pops up in these awards, which is, it's good because it gives it some publicity, and then we realize who people are. That's great.
Yeah.
Sorry, read me quickly the names again.
Amy Montgomery, Sharam, Joel Harkin, Jordan Adetunji, Problem Patterns, and Strange New Places.
Okay. Well, I've actually seen maybe about half the people on this, and I mean, I remember looking at this list before, and it's kind of a toss-up because, like, I really want Jordan to win something.
Yeah.
Like, I really want him to win something, and he's on live performance as well.
Yeah.
Which I've seen him perform live, and it is very energetic. And I don't know what one I want for him.
Yeah.
I just want him. I think he deserves something.
I hope he comes away with something, definitely. We have been shouting from the rooftops
dude.
about Jordan, and I think if you go back, it might have potentially been the very first podcast that we did.
I'm pretty sure it was, man. I mean, we've been talking about Jordan Adetunji and Leo Miyagi, I think, since this podcast was called something else. It was called The Crow's Nest before, and we were talking about it back then.
Yeah.
Because it has just recently came the 2-year anniversary from the first episode of The Crow's Nest.
Oh, really? That long?
Is that
Filmed
the
it.
Dahlia one?
Yeah, and we
That's
interviewed a
right.
band called Dahlia from Downpatrick. That was a really weird episode as well because we interviewed them at the Dirty Onion in Belfast.
Completely didn't know what we were doing or any setup or...
Well, the day we went to try and interview them, we just filmed it on a phone, and they were having like a puppy day where you bring your puppies in.
Oh, yeah.
And that's definitely not good for recording a podcast. Anyway, since then, so that's like 2 years ago, because that's whenever Jordan's first single that I heard came out by myself.
Yeah.
Myself.
Yeah.
I gotta do it by myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it by myself. I don't need no
Because
help.
he performed at the
Hit.
Yeah.
That thing's a hit, man.
Culture Night, remember?
And he performed at Culture. That's whenever
when we
we've
see him
seen
during
him
the day.
live. Yeah, but I mean, the guy is just so good, man, and he really shone through, as a hip hop artist in Northern Ireland, which I hadn't. I don't want to slam anyway. I hadn't really seen a good one by that point. There was nobody that I wanted to follow or listen to. I had heard some. It wasn't really my thing. This is the first guy.
Yeah.
First guy that I was like, oh my God, track's hot. Go and follow it. And then Leo came shortly afterwards. And then I was exactly the same.
There's stuff happening.
There
here.
is good hip hop here.
Yeah. You just have to dig for it.
So I think for contender, I mean, I would probably say Jordan. He jumps right out. Like I can't not say him. I've been following him for 2 years. I think he's got the songs, man. Like he's one of these guys where he's only been like drip feeding singles over time. Like he doesn't have a whole lot of material, but everything he brings out is great.
Yeah, it's all quality.
And he's got image and he's got style. He's got a brand. He's got a product. It's like it's something you can definitely buy into and be a fan of. And I think he deserves to be recognized for it. So I mean, that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you. The other acts that I've seen, that I like on that list are Sherem and Strange New Places, which I both love as well. Really catchy songs from both of those bands too. But for me personally, just because of how long we've been following Jordan, I would, as you say, love to see him get something, and that would be my pick for that category as well.
Andy,
Same. I'm going to go with
yeah.
friggin' Jordan all the way.
let's do it. I'm just gonna have a jelly candy kit. Just gonna have a candy
Is
kit.
that how you seal the deal? Is it for Jordan to win?
I only
A
have
ceremonial candy kitten.
3. Do you guys want
No,
one
okay.
each?
I do want to try one. What flavor
They're
are
strawberry,
these things? Oh,
but they're
that's
vegan friendly,
Oh, okay. Interesting.
which means they're expensive.
Oh, they're not.
Yeah, man, they're good. Made with real fruit juice. Not a sponsor of the show. Moving on. What do we got next? Best
Live act.
best live performance.
Sorry, I don't want to chew you into the microphone.
No, it's okay. Yeah, sorry. I gave
Bad
you
timing.
I gave you chewy candy. Then I asked you to read off names.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
Best live act
the hit.
short list. So Jordan appears on that list as well, alongside Joshua Burnside, New Pagans, Ryan Veal, and Elma Orchestra, and Sister Ghost.
Okay.
Again, I've only seen Jordan on the BBC. Was it the introducing that he'd done? And
Yeah, you were talking about this earlier. I don't
Yeah,
even
it
think
was,
I've seen that video.
yeah, that was.
Because I'm pretty sure.
Go and
Didn't
check
you
it
say you go into the live performance?
Yeah, I
and you,
clicked, Mike, just to double check. Hopefully, this doesn't interfere with anything. Click on his name.
Okay.
What you go through in live performance to the video, and it doesn't actually show a video of him performing. It
I'm
shows an
hoping
interview
I'm
that he
wrong
did.
now.
Yeah, it's an
it goes
interview.
To an interview.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't.
Oh, no, it's not.
okay.
It's not. It's a live performance.
Maybe I skipped.
It's a live performance for the Live Room Belfast.
That's good.
Oh yeah, the live room. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
There you go. So it was that, and then the interview was after. That's fine. I must have just clicked ahead. Nightmare. Well, that's good.
Yeah. For this, what do you think, Mike? I got my own hot little take.
Well, hopefully, the earlier prediction of Jordan winning the Contender Award, we don't want him to walk away with absolutely everything, although we do love him. I'm going to have to pick something else. So the other thing that I can kind of vouch for that I seen that I thought was really interesting and really amazing is Ryan Veal and Elma Orchestra. He always puts on like a really interesting show. There's usually like strange visuals and stuff involved, and like it's really cool, chill electronic music. Yeah, that would be my pick personally.
So you've seen Ryan. I haven't seen him.
Yeah.
We spoke about this recently because you were talking about him as being a choice for a live performance, but I've unfortunately never seen him.
It is hard though too, because we wanted to seeing New Pagans at Culture Night, and it was just such trying to cram everything in. Like I've heard their live shows are amazing, and like
Are they on there?
Yeah.
Oh shoot! I didn't even hear you say that.
Yeah.
Not that I've seen them, so I can't really comment on that. Although I really do love New Pagans music, like for real. I only got into them recently, and it started following them. And I'm like, oh man, the songs are actually really good. Like I just added them to like a bunch of my playlists.
Yeah, it kind of blew my mind as well to find out that they had previous members of Rupture Dogs involved in that project and stuff too.
We
Man.
really liked.
Fucking loved Rupture Dogs back
Me
in
and
the
Mike
day.
seen Rupture Dogs like so long ago, and they were so good, man. It's nice to know that they're still doing stuff. I think out of that list, I would probably pick Joshua Burnside actually. Yeah, because Joshua's got this weird thing where not that this sounds like a slant. I don't mean it like this, but I don't listen to his music like a whole lot, like studio versions.
Yeah.
But you see, whenever he puts up a video of like live performance, like man, I'm hooked. Like
Right.
he's very magnetic live, and his voice is just flawless. And yeah, I mean, it's great that he's in that. I actually forgot he was in the category until you said there, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's so good live. Like he's on point, and if anything, I would prefer his live performance over his actual studio stuff, just
Yeah.
because it has this raw quality to it, But yeah, I think I would pick.
It's a really tough category.
That
Like
is tough.
everybody in there puts on like pretty outstanding live shows. Like
Sure.
so.
Andy
but-
picks Jordan.
Oh yeah, yeah.
all the way.
No
for,
doubt.
for all the awards.
Everything. Is he on the next one?
Yeah.
This
so,
is the one we can vote for, right?
Yeah. This is best single shortlist.
Oh.
So we have Amy Montgomery with Tree Song, Brand New Friend with I Was an Astronaut. Is that Boy?
Yeah, boy.
Something Else to Talk About. Is that's the one with the really cool video as well? The like sort of pixel.
I don't know if I've seen the
Pixel
video.
art. I'll show you in a wee second here.
Okay.
It's actually weirdly it was basically the idea we had for a B Button video.
Oh really?
It's like a pixelized guy that walks through Belfast and goes past like all the venues and stuff that you would play in Belfast. It's really
That's
well
a good
done.
idea.
Documenta with The Blue Sleep, Hand Models with Banana, Jealous of the Birds with Blue Eyes, Joshua Burnside with Desert Wine, Junk Drawer with Year of the Sofa, Kitt Philippa with Grace, Kitt Philippa again with You, New Pagans with It's Darker, and Row with Down Days.
All right.
It's a lot to choose from, which
is-
already makes it quite difficult.
Can I get my thing out of the way?
Yeah, go.
I haven't heard any of these yet.
Okay.
So Jordan Adetunji.
So yeah. Just continue.
Am I going crazy? Was he on that list?
No, he
that's
wasn't.
okay.
No.
I didn't know if it was a joke or he's actually on there.
Oh, here, hold on. Late addition to the...
For all the audio listeners, Andy just wrote on the laptop screen, Jordan Adetunji. He has been added.
I should go for a pee whilst you two are talking about this.
I mean, it's all you, man. It's all you.
We're laid back here.
You want to
It's,
pee into the Starbucks cup?
No,
I'm done.
this is good. This is
No.
come on.
He's. What, I forgot we chained him to the desk for this episode. He can't get
I
away.
never leave this house.
cue evil laugh.
He just laughed on his way out. All right, okay. While Andy's peeing, let's see what we really think about him.
I'm gonna cheat on his Halloween quiz answers. And
I bet you he hasn't written anything down. Let's read what he. Did he write anything?
Yeah, he did.
What did he write?
One, he wrote nothing. What was question 2? Oh, question 2 was the Aussie thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
He says rabbit.
Okay.
And 3 was the Beatles thing, right?
Yeah. What did he write?
I think he's wrote wig and then crossed it out. I don't know if that is that wig. The album cover was banned because of wig. Am I reading the handwriting? It doesn't say wig, does it? I can't read it.
I don't think it does say wig, but I wish it did. I feel like it says sig, and I think you might have been about to write cigarettes.
Oh, right. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Oh, man. Imagine banning it because they wore wigs. What were we talking about?
Music.
Oh, yeah, fuck that. We were talking about who we would pick for best single.
Yeah.
And, going by what I said before, Joshua Burnside's on there. And I
Yeah.
do really like Joshua, but I want him more for live performance, personally. That's
Yeah.
just my own take on the thing.
Yeah. Okay.
New Pagans, I said, I really love their music. I really do. The song that is on Best Single is not like every other song. I love so much more than that. There's so much material that has been released more recently
Yeah.
that I'm such a fan of.
You're really hyped for it.
Which then makes it hard because it's like I would quite like to see them win something, but you don't know if it's just based on the single. It's tougher. What are you thinking?
It was kind of a really tough category for me. Because basically, I mean, I Was an Astronaut by Brand New Friend. I love now this is the weird thing too. So is it just the single on its own? I love the song and the video for that boy track that I was telling you about.
We discussed this before, because whenever you go to vote for these singles, you know, it links you through. It links you to the YouTube video, and it's kind of like, it doesn't say best video, but is it best single as in best release of a single, best song plus the video, because they're definitely including that as part of it. Whereas, you know, if you just had the playlist, because the video can influence
it could sway a decision, right? Yeah. It's maybe something that they should add a category for in future, because the quality of videos is really on the rise.
Best video would be a very cool thing, and I wish they would bring back the music video, because what the fuck happened to music videos?
Best video, Careerist.
True.
Just
people are so creative.
Was that within the last year? That would have fell within.
Oh,
I feel like it would have.
No. Because I think.
Oh, was it?
Wasn't that a choice for last year?
Oh, maybe it was.
I think
it was. We're talking about the used to be Hot Cops.
Yes.
Now Careerist.
Yeah.
Do you see that video where it's basically just the guy holding a door open for all these people coming out, and then they turn around and decide to go back in again, and he just looks destroyed.
It's good. It's
Was there a scene with a guy in a bathtub?
No. It's one take. And it's just a guy who holds a door open for everyone, and at the start he's very polite and happy about it. People keep going through, and it's the longer they take advantage of it, the more distraught his face gets.
No, I haven't seen that.
It's the simplest idea, but it's
a performance that would make Joaquin Phoenix piss in his little clown pants.
Anyways, we're kind of getting off topic a little bit.
I know who I would vote for single.
Oh yeah?
Friends of the show. Brand new friend.
Brand new friends of the show. New friend. Cool.
So, I liked Brand New Friend. I liked the Something Else to Talk About song. Hand Models, Jealous of the Birds, and love Kitt Philippa. She weirdly isn't on there for live performance, which that's just mesmerizing to watch her play live as well.
Yeah.
Although, is that what she won for last year, maybe?
I don't know.
Maybe that's why.
And weirdly has 2 songs on the best single thing.
Yeah. Well, anyways, my pick, votes in and all, purely because I literally had it on repeat throughout the past year, and it was just a song that I kept coming back to because it was so fun, is the Hand Model song, Banana. It's the video is great for it too. It's funny, but that song is just so catchy, so addictive, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, man. For audio listeners, I put one finger on my nose and put the other finger in Mike's face, which
to signify
same. Yeah, I agree. Banana is so catchy, and it's just funny because in the social climate we're in now, Last Leaves on a Tree. I was gonna say
that. That deserves an award as well.
Next year, I guess. They have a song called Last Leaves on a Tree. You go and listen to that. If you're from this country, you will you'll get you'll get it. I mean, I think people will be chanting that from the fucking
rafters. That's
the thing. They'll be chanting from the rafters tomorrow. The outro refrain from Last Leaves on a Tree. Yeah. I can't speak anymore. Sorry. It's once I started getting into politics, I just started sweating there. I was like, shit, what am I fucking talking about? Woo, baby.
Yeah, no, fuck them.
Yeah, I agree. Hand Models. Let's bring it home.
It's a big one. It's the best album shortlist. So we have Arvo Party with 2, Beauty Sleep, Be Kind, Blue Wheel, Process, Connor Mason, On the Surface, Cormac Neeson, White Feather, Pat Dam Smith, The Last King, Runabye, Between the Lines, Ryan Vale and Elma Orchestra, Borders, Saint Sister, Shape of Silence, Sam Wickens, All I've Seen, Soak, Grimtown, and Two Door Cinema Club, False Alarm.
I have to keep reminding.
So uneasy.
I have to keep reminding everyone that this is the Halloween
episode.
Yeah, this is the Halloween episode. So, who do we like for best album? It really does sound like it's not really that scary. It just sounds like Wipeout.
Well, I've listened to literally today.
Andy has been doing a lot of research for this. Can I just say?
I've heard
he has been
Arvo
listening
Party
deep.
literally from 6 this morning. Arvo Party was in my ear. Beauty Sleep, Blue Whale, Connor Mason, and then I am currently on. What's that say? Cormac
Neeson.
Yeah, haven't heard that yet. As much as I like electro synth dance music, I have to say Blue Whale's interesting. I did like them.
They are very interesting.
They're interesting. That's the word I'm going to use.
Instrumental band.
Yes.
Do some crazy stuff though.
Yeah, they really do. Connor Mason, chill. I was listening to that on the bus and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm escaping here. Almost missed my stop. But for now, Beauty Sleep have an Unreal album. You bought that vinyl there.
Yeah, well, I suppose, bringing that out, there's no messing about with what my answer is going to be.
Boom.
I am pretty sure, even though, I mean, we kind of talked at length about this as if we were giving the award, and we're not.
Isn't there like a colorful?
Yeah, there's colorful shit all over that thing. I think all three of us are in agreement that Beauty Sleep that's our pick. That's a unanimous 6 bro stamp of approval for album of the year out of the list that we've been given from the N.I Music Prize. That's who I would pick personally.
I just like the whole sentiment of the album, and I feel like it's really a musician's album in a certain way, because like the message behind it, and like if anybody looks up on Facebook and on their YouTube, Shailene and Ryan have been putting up like breakdowns of each song and how they came about and stuff, and explaining a little bit about the album. And it's really interesting if you want to delve into it a bit further. But really, in general, they were sort of saying about Be Kind is like, I think it's the last track. And it's kind of like the message for the whole album is that like trying to do music and get music out there can sometimes be really hard on your mental health, and sometimes you can be like very tough on yourself. You can be your own worst critic at times and stuff, and it is kind of just like a really positive message about, you know, trying to take the time to make sure that you're not like pushing yourself too hard, that you're like making yourself unhealthy in your pursuit of what you're trying to do. And I think that's like a really admirable message to put out there. And like all the tunes are so mega catchy as well that are on that record too. Totally. So it's like, not only does it have this really cool message that a lot of people can kind of relate to, but it's also like really enjoyable as well.
100%, man. 100%.
They remind me of a band I brought up, Emotional Oranges.
Emotional Oranges, yeah. I think you talked about that on this podcast before, Emotional Oranges.
But I've got more albums to get through, so...
Yeah, you haven't made your final decision yet.
And he's not completely sold. Hey, I just give it the 6 bro stamp of approval.
Go ahead, but...
But it's not final. Yeah, be kind to yourself is basically the message of that, and it is so important. It's a whole other episode that I would actually really like to do, is just talking about that, because I think it needs a big discussion. I know a lot of people talk about this, but I mean, I'm currently going through a stage, you know, on my musical journey where I just like, I'm kind of doing what those guys did, which was go away and try and find love for music again, because I totally lost it. Totally lost the enjoyment that I used to get from it, which is so sad. But I'm not gonna dive. That's such a big topic to get into, and we can do that in an upcoming episode. Let us know if you actually want to hear that, or whether that's just me
3 hours worth.
being really depressing for a long time. But
it is definitely the nature of it. Like, it's peaks and troughs constantly.
A lot of people go through it, but I'm just at the stage where like I've been trying for so many years through so many different formats. I've been in bands, I've been solo, I've released albums and EPs. I've spent a lot of money on those, and I've spent next to no money on them. I've done so much stuff. I feel like I'm still standing still. And then whenever, like, I just scare myself when I think about what I want from it, and that's the part that's just the whole paradox for me. Which is why that's why this album like is the pick for me, because I feel like they get it, and other people are on the same page. Yeah. The paradox of like music being the thing that you love to do, but then throwing all your passion into it almost makes it something that you hate to do, or you forget why you even love to do it in the first place. And it's like just taking that time to be kind to yourself. Sorry, it got a little serious there for a second. And that's
my mic's even falling over.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
So that's our thoughts on the N.I Music Prize. Please let us know in the comments your thoughts. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree? Let us know. We want to hear from you. We previously touched on, very briefly, Jordan Adetunji, Leo Miyagee. We're kind of discussing the hip-hop scene in Northern Ireland. I feel like a lot of people are starting to take notice of it now, maybe more so than they had before. In particular, there was a sort of a feature that went up on a website called Chordblossom that reviews and has blogs of Northern Irish music. And a journalist called Ben Magee, he kind of like took over the site for like a week and done a feature called Momentum, where he tried to highlight and publicize some of the big names in Northern Irish hip hop, which is very cool because there's a lot of really good rappers and hip hop artists out there. What we were saying before is like we've been talking about Jordan and Leo for like a long time, because personally they are the first people that stood out to me, because look, maybe some people like this, but all I heard before that was like comedy based Northern Irish rap. Like I felt like it was such a big thing to like rap in a Northern Irish accent and write kind of like half funny songs. Either that or they were about living in Belfast.
Yeah. Going for the real Northern Irish humor sort of side of it.
I can't have that shit. And I'm sorry, because I'm sure there's people that like it, but this is just my feelings and what I think, and I can't like everything. And I hate it when people rap about Belfast. I just don't like it, okay? If we're going to ever bring that segment back, Angry Man Yells at Cloud, I'll write a jingle for it.
Stick it up here.
It's up here now. If it's up here now, Angry Man Yells at Cloud segment. This is my one, everybody. Stop writing songs called Belfast and stop writing songs about Belfast. That's not fair. You can write songs about the place you're from, but just stop calling them Belfast, because there's way too many.
Yeah. And
I can't hear another one. It actually makes me not listen to this song when it's called Belfast. I'm like, fuck that. I don't want to hear it. All right?
Yes.
That's it.
Rant over.
There's
some pretty cool rappers coming up.
Stop fucking rapping about Belfast. Fucking got a fucking pack of weed from a dealer. Like,
I haven't heard that one.
That's like all of them.
There is good ones though. There is good rappers.
But no,
and to be fair, Leo and Jordan, because I'm just getting into the local music scene, and I didn't think there was any sort of hip hop community. Not one that I've seen now where it's like, holy shit,
It's definitely coming together
There's
lot
a few,
more.
so I'm only learning through Jordan at the start, and then Leo, and then Dena, Anuska, Nuxka.
Yeah.
I think she's on BBC Introducing tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't
And
know
then
that.
there's people like Jasper, Mafya. God damn it.
Yeah, Jasper Mafya. Yeah. I actually
Him.
like him.
Yeah.
He's very good. He's very like Post Malone / Drake-esque. Like
Yeah.
it's very kind of R&B vibe on a, like more of a pop thing than a rap thing, you know?
But I'm just starting to learn all these as well. But Afro Bigums.
Yeah, he's like my shout for
Uncle Sauce.
Whenever we were talking about Jordan years ago, it's like I really think Afro's gonna do some cool shit in the next couple of years.
Yeah,
he's already kind of got like this. Main thing is to find his music, because me and Andy were talking about
This
him.
is my beef.
Yeah.
Is like a lot of rappers that people keep recommending to me from here don't have their music on like Spotify or like even to buy sometimes on like Amazon or like Google Play or whatever. But they tend to have SoundClouds, but I just don't use SoundCloud because I really
it's
hate,
definitely a visibility thing.
hate
but
the app.
But the thing is that I don't know, because like I haven't actually spoken to it's Aaron, isn't it?
Is it? Yes, because I tried to.
I haven't really spoken to him directly or anything, so I'm just making assumptions here, but I feel like they're kind of like sort of demos almost, if you know what I mean, that he's got on the SoundCloud, and like he's got some really cool stuff there. It's all kind of like a little bit laid back and lo-fi, and it like kind of
Morning Astray. I think that's just one of his songs.
Yeah. There's a rapper that I really like called Isaiah Rashad, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of some of his tracks.
Yeah.
But it's kind of got like a mixtape sort of feel to it, which I really like. And I think he's kind of maybe just holding out for like, you know, getting all like his best shit like recorded properly, and then making like a sort of appearance the way that Jordan seemed to almost come out of nowhere with like a really you know, polished video, polished look, and blah blah blah, like stuff like that. I don't know if that's definitely what his plan is, but I cross my fingers, because I think that the shit that he's putting out already is really, really good.
Yeah.
And sounds really polished for what I assume are kind of like maybe like bedroom recordings, or like, you know, friends helping out friends or whatever sort of thing. Like sort of small recordings. But
it's exciting. It is exciting.
It is, man. I mean, the thing is, like, whether you like it or not, hip hop is more mainstream than it's ever been. So it's kind of like it almost has to be done now. That's why it's starting to come through more. Is like people are starting to incorporate hip hop elements, whether or not they're even considering themselves hip hop or rap or anything. It's finding its way into almost all styles of music. But that's just what happens, you know. Times change and it comes with it. But I think that's why it's breaking through a lot more. Is a lot of people are more confident to try hip hop elements in their songs that may have been wary of doing it before, you know.
We call them culture vultures.
Whoa. I don't know about all that. But I don't know. Just like from my point of view, I know I'm like kind of making jokes about it earlier, but I just think what I really enjoy getting from hip hop is the like storytelling. Like that's what I've always enjoyed from it, from all my favorite rappers, is the fact that, like, you know, yeah, there can be melody, and sometimes it's just like straight up braggadocious. Like everybody likes a banger where you just talk about how great you are. Like those are good all the time, but the main thing I get from hip hop, more so than almost any genre, is story, because it's like poetry. There's so many more words, syllables per bar, you know. It's like you can tell so much more within a song than you sometimes can in rock music or melodic music, should I say, in general, because sometimes you are maybe more concerned with melody. But all my favorite rappers are just amazing storytellers, and I feel like previously I think it was all very thin on that front from all the hip hop I was hearing from here, but that is definitely changing, and that's what I'm excited about. Leo and Jordan are still my top guys. Joint tour 2020. Do that, because I would pay good money to go see a double headline Jordan Adetunji, Leo Miyagee
That would be pretty awesome.
concert. I mean, we would all go to pay to see that. That's an idea. Let's make it happen.
Speaking of which, we'll shout it out in the gig rundown as well. But there is a Zool Records and Banjaxed Records joint gig going on in the Ulster Sports Club, and it has Afro Bigums and Leo Miyagee on the lineup. I'm not too sure. I'll pull it up later for the gig rundown. But like, if you want to dip your toe in and actually see what we're talking about with hip hop sort of becoming a big thing in NI music, that's probably the best place to start. It's coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Get on down.
Banjaxed Records is one of those labels that Ben had done his articles about. And again, if you're looking a little bit more information about like what is out there and stuff, we really recommend that you would check out those articles that Ben wrote as well, because it's so full of information, different new artists coming up, different labels like coming out of nowhere and stuff, all really interesting stuff that's happening.
Correct.
Yeah.
Speaking of hip hop, we gotta move on to our recurring feature.
Is it yeah or is it nay? Nobody knows it's yeah.
What the fuck was that? Kanye?
Still no album.
Is it yeah or is it nay? Nobody knows it's yeah.
What the fuck was that? Kanye?
Kanye still hasn't released Jesus is King or Yandy or whatever it is.
it's called. But
He's maybe
Hopefully.
gonna. He's maybe gonna.
He's maybe gonna, but probably not. But maybe he will, but maybe not.
I don't know.
Right?
No, it's definitely gonna happen this time.
No.
It's this week, right?
20,
Yeah,
25th
you'd think so. You would think so at this point that he can't.
No,
really,
but it's okay. He told us it's happening this.
You would think that he can't drag us along any further. I am actually so fucking sick to my stomach that we even started this bit, because we've been last year we decided, wouldn't it be funny to like track Yandy whenever it comes out because the name's so stupid. That'll be a fun comedy feature. It's a year later.
Nothing.
I didn't think it would go on this long, and I'm fucking done. I don't even want to hear it when it comes out. Kanye is releasing a feature film on October 25th called Jesus is King. That's gonna it says it's gonna show songs from the album, but I'm very confused by it because it says it's like a guy filming the Sunday service shit he did in like a big dome, and it's gonna be some arty shit. You know, it's just gonna be weird. And I seen a picture that worried me more than anything I've seen in a long time, which was Kanye West behind the camera.
What the fuck was that? Kanye?
Oh, he's directing.
I guess so. He's not even named director on it, but he's behind the camera, probably telling the director what to do.
That man can do everything.
God help us all, what we're going to see in that. He probably got the lens cap on the whole time. But what happened was he said that the film was going to come out 25th of October, and a week later, the album will drop.
Yeah.
But he just changed that today. He tweeted a picture of the vinyl, which, by the way, looks like
Blue.
It just looks like a Bible or some sort of parable book you would buy in a Bible store somewhere. It's like blue vinyl with like gold text on it. It's just very plain. That's very religious looking. But he said that the album will come out October 25th as well, along with the film.
To go with the movie.
I don't know whether
I'm gonna stick it in my calendar.
I wouldn't bother.
No.
If you look through my calendar, there's probably about 20 different dates that I've marked in there. I mean, I promise we will drop Kanye after this. Like, I'm done. I'm just seeing this through to the end,
just has
and then
to
we'll
release something.
we'll find some other funny celebrity. You know, like we'll follow that guy. What's that guy called? Terrence. Terrence Howard. He's my new Kanye anyway.
Jeez. Did you see that thing?
No.
At the
Holy
Catch me
shit.
up, guys.
at the what was the
He-
award
like-
ceremony?
Man, if you think
Is
Kanye's
Terrence Howard not the guy?
He's the guy from Hustle and Flow.
Oh yeah, it is him. Oh, that's okay. I was gonna say War Machine.
yeah, previous War Machine before Don Cheadle
It's a
was
deep cut.
magically War Machine. Like, I don't know how that happened. okay, you know the way Kanye says stuff, and you're like, man, Kanye is fucking crazy. Terrence Howard had topped it.
No, I wanted to bring this up
He has fully topped
a
it.
few weeks ago, but I completely forgot.
I am bringing it up here. I'm sorry for the audio quality, everyone. Go and find this for yourselves.
What award show was it? It was the...
Oh, shit, who knows?
Oh, what was it?
Right.
Now, series star Terrence Howard.
Okay, you're not ready for this, folks, okay? And you gotta understand, if you watch the video, he's just...
The Emmys, that's what it was.
He was at the Emmys, and he's just real casual about it. Like, I've never seen a man more confident while clearly having a mental breakdown on live TV. The stuff he says is
Guaranteed
extraordinary.
he done mushrooms.
And he's so fucking... He doesn't trip up his words once.
I'm excited.
The house, Terrence Howard here. You made huge headlines when you said after you complete these 15 episodes of Empire, you got to walk away for a while or forever.
For good. I mean, everyone keeps trying to tell me, don't say it's forever. But I've spent 37 years pretending to be people so that people can pretend to watch and enjoy what I'm doing when I've made some discoveries in my own personal life with the science that... Pythagoras was searching for. I was able to open up the flower of life properly and find the real wave conjugations that we've been looking for 10,000 years. Why would I continue, walking on water for tips when I've got an entire generation to teach a whole new world?
That's a big remark. What do you intend to do?
Well, let me put it this way. All energy in the universe is expressed in motion. All motion is expressed in waves. All waves are curved. So where does the straight lines come from to make the platonic solids? There are no straight lines.
There's no straight
So when I
lines,
took the flower of life and opened it properly,
Mushrooms.
I found a whole new wave conjugations that expose the in-between spaces.
Wave conjugations again?
It's the thing that holds us all together.
Give that man a microphone so he can drop it.
Yeah, so
There you
we're gonna follow Terrence Howard after Kanye. We'll get done with this record, and then I'm gonna follow that man to the bitter end
He's
he
just out crazy the king.
he clearly knows something that I don't know. But how did the man? He didn't even slip up once. He was
Yeah. Oh, he knew what he was talking about.
he knew exactly what he was talking about.
I've just put two and two together. So he was on that show Empire.
Yeah.
Wasn't Juicy Smollett on that? They're both
Juicy.
nuts.
Juicy. Oh shit, man! I don't even know where we are in this fucking show anymore. Yeah, let's just do the thing. I think we're all still reeling from Terrence Howard. Sorry.
I feel like I learned something.
you go.
I don't know what. But
The wave,
Where
conjugations.
conjugations.
The straight lines.
And
Trying to
what is it? A flower of life? Is it?
He opened up
Yeah.
the flower of life.
Yeah, you need to find
It's
out
the same
how
thing
to
that
open
was
that shit, man.
Same thing Pythagoras was trying to do.
Yeah.
Okay, for shout out segment this week, I wanted to shout out the new Nick Cave record, Ghosteen. Go and check it out. I'll be honest, right? This thing ain't gonna be for everyone. Especially if you haven't listened to Nick Cave before. Like that's a rabbit hole you need to jump down because he's such an interesting man and he's so cool. But I just wanted to talk to you very briefly about why you should check out the new record and stuff that he's doing right now and why I find it so interesting. For anybody that doesn't know, Nick Cave actually lost his son recently, 2015, I think it was. He had a 15-year-old son, and he tragically passed away. He actually fell off a cliff. It was crazy. And, Nick Cave has always been a very mysterious guy. He's, always kept everything under lock and key. And you would think sort of whenever this happened, like he was going to go even more so into the shadows. And he kind of did for a while. But he recently started responding to fan comments on a fan site called the Red Hand Flies.
Yeah. I read a couple of these. It's really interesting.
It's so good. You should go on the site. It's called www.theredhandflies.com. Oh, sorry, I'm buzzing. And he answers all these fan questions, and some of them are fans coming from a really dark place, or relating to what he went through, asking him very personal question, and he's answered like everything, and in only a way that Nick Cave can. It's so poetic. Everything he says really just hits me to my core every time I read these. It's so powerful, and he's so right all the time. And Ghosteen, the new record that they've released, just it would bring you to tears, man. I mean, it's not something that you're gonna like if you're out there looking for like melody and just like a hooky thing. I mean, there's no hooks in this album at all. It is straight up poetry. It's beautiful. It's a lot to do with dealing with death and mourning and thinking about the afterlife and how you move on with your own life after losing somebody. And it really got to me, and I can't stop listening to it. I really recommend it. I think some people even that want to get into this don't want to listen to it because they think it'll be really upsetting and sad, but I promise you it's actually uplifting in a lot of senses. And if you just go on the redhandflies.com and you read some of the stories, some of the things that he's talked to his fans about, I mean, he's just such a stand-up guy, and that's my shout out. I just want to give people some info on it, because I think a lot of people haven't really delved down the rabbit hole of Nick Cave, and he's such a cool guy, man. Go check him out. That's my shout out. Move on.
Well,
what do you got?
No, I just have one because we weren't here last time. Shouting out Leo Miyage's EP that came out on the 4th.
I was bumping that today.
Yeah, it's got like for some reason I had an Outcast, the Quemini vibe from old school Outcast.
Yeah, I can feel that. I can feel it.
Yeah, there's a nice little. Did you spot the Drake sample in the first song?
No, I don't think I did.
I'll play you after.
Yeah, you're gonna have to point it out to me. I didn't even pick up on it, but I actually listened to it. I listened to it like a while ago, but I was listening to it today while I was driving to work in my car. It was such a good record.
Yeah. And then just that made me listen to like his whole like Bluebird and stuff, and I was like, remember the thing I said to you today about a possible sound?
Yes, yeah.
That would be a conversation for another time, but I'm trying to pick up on sounds from
the sort of recurring sounds.
I think from bands, especially here, Northern Ireland has a sound, but I'm trying to think about
try to put it into words. Yeah.
Because as I was listening to all them albums today, on the N.I Music Prize, I was like, there's something slightly similar,
some sort of
to bands that I've seen live.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm trying to put my finger on it, but yeah, that'll be for another time.
It's because they all have one song called Belfast. Mike, what do you want to shout out, my friend?
I didn't really have anything prepared, but just talking about like new stuff that you've came across recently, not necessarily NI stuff. I was talking to you about Bambara last week.
Yeah.
Like new favorite band. They're really, really cool. They have like these really dark, moody songs. Like I just love the guitar sound.
Yeah, it was weird because we were talking about this because they remind me of Nick Cave.
Yeah, which was like so weird because it's like I came to you and you're like, oh, have you heard new Nick Cave? And I'm talking about them. They're like, oh, that's actually weirdly sort of got that strange sound.
They sound like old Nick Cave.
So
but
like,
they're very cool. I like them.
The first track that drew me to them is a track called Jose Tries to Leave, which was really cool. So check that one out. And they have like a new album coming out very soon, so they released a single from that called Serafina, which is also a really, really cool song. So like I would definitely recommend people checking out those.
Go do it, people. That's the gig rundown.
It's the gig rundown?
Now it's the gig rundown.
Now it's the gig rundown.
Now it's the gig rundown.
Okay.
Gig rundown with me.
Right. There's actually quite a lot to get through.
Do three.
Let's see. October 25th, Folkadelic with Kippy Muse and Amity Pax are playing in the Belfast Barge. Also on October 25th, Afterlight, Civil Simian, 1,000 Days Gone, and Foreign Mornings are playing in the Pavilion Belfast. October 30th, Girl Code number 4 is like a Halloween edition. So, the Halloween sound effects actually apply here. Dena and Anuk is playing at that, along with a couple of others. Let's see. I actually can't see the lineup on the... Dena Anuk and KT. With DJs as well. So, October 31st, there's Punkowe'en number 3.
Oh, this is a spooky one.
Murder on the Moshpit.
This is a spooky one.
At OEM Music Center, and that's Strange New Places, Gender Chores, and Problem Patterns all playing there.
Oh, spooky noise. Whoops.
Red is for Halloween.
I let you all down.
Sorry. November 2nd, Kitt Philippa is playing. That's an in-store performance at Strange Victory Records. That one is not spooky.
That one.
We need to load up the Christmas noises. This is November. November 2nd, also, Sharam are playing in the Ulster Sports Club.
This is Santa. You know the way he jolly laughs? He belly laughs.
Like Joaquin Phoenix. From Joker.
In his new film, Joker. Joaquin Phoenix and Joker.
November 6th, Jealous of the Birds are playing at the Palm House in Belfast. And then this is on November 6th as well, this is the one I was talking about earlier. Zool Records presents Banjaxed at Ulster Sports Club. And that is Leo Miyage's headline. And that is also Afro Bigums, UC, GK, and Jack Bashful. And then the big one that we were talking about earlier, N.I Music Prize, happens on November 7th. And I think I've maybe got... so alternatively, if you can't get into N.I Music Prize, because...
I can't.
Yeah.
They won't let me in anymore.
Yeah, he's been banned. Also on November 7th, Winona Bleacher playing a Gifted show with Nilo, Valium, and Nick Can't Sleep at the Belfast Empire, which would be pretty cool to check out.
Fuck the N.I Music Prize. Let's all go to that.
I need to add something.
What you got?
Jordan Adetunji is playing the Black Box on the 2nd of November.
Ooh, I didn't miss that.
Oh, that was like brand new. Yeah,
Boom.
that was
only up tonight, was it?
That was a hot scoop.
Yeah, he's playing that Black Box.
That was a scoop so fresh.
Check it out.
That your spoon couldn't go into the ice cream tub because it was still frozen because it was just out of the freezer, and that's how fresh the scoop was.
It's fucking fresh, man.
Fresh scoop.
Thank you.
Boom.
Oh, is
we
that
done?
Is the episode over? Okay, bye.
Oh, wait. Remember. Now, I know...
This is the worst ending to a podcast I've ever done. Okay.
I know last time I was a bit toxic-y.
Quiz.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
People will be annoyed.
I'll do that after.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, see if you remember. I forgot to answer the questions of the quiz. The answers to the Halloween quiz. Oh. Let me just get my answers up on my spooky phone.
So the Monster Mash.
What were the
Question number 1. The Monster Mash by Monster Mash by Bobby Pickett, released in 1962, was banned for 11 years by the BBC. What was the reason they gave for its ban? Andy, what did you say?
I didn't know, so I'm just gonna say.
Don't look at my answers.
I don't know.
I put down here that it was mistaken for some sort of satanic ritual. Like summoning the devil or something.
That is a better reason. The answer is the Monster Mash was banned by the BBC on the grounds that it was too morbid.
No. What the now?
Yeah, man, I cry every time that I listen to the Monster Mash.
It's just
really puts
too
me in a
morbid.
bad place.
It's kind of dark, man. It's kind of dark. Question number 2. Ozzy Osbourne is infamous for having bitten the head off a dead bat during a performance in 1982, but a lesser-known event involving a very unfortunate animal decapitation happened just 1 year earlier. What animal did Ozzy bite the head off of in 1981? What did you say, Andy?
Pigeon?
Ostriches, because they freak the shit out of me.
And you want him to have bitten the head off an ostrich?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't condone animal cruelty, but maybe he has a similar affliction to, like, it's their beady eyes and their small heads. And
Well, I gotta give this one to Andy's closest because it was a dove. I'll give it to you.
Oh, he done it when he was in the meeting.
Yeah, he did indeed. In 1981, at a private meeting at CBS Records,
That's right.
Ozzy Osbourne showed up with 3 live doves he was planning to he showed up with 3 live doves that he was planning to release at the meeting for like some sort of showmanship or something, and he released 2 of them and then bit the head off the third one
One landed like next to him and he just grabbed it.
because he's a fucking
right.
lunatic.
That's right. Fuck.
What an asshole! Right. Stop fucking eating animals, Ozzy. You fucking dick. In 1966, the Beatles released a compilation of recent singles titled Yesterday and Today for their American audience. The original album cover had to be recalled as it was deemed unbelievably offensive. What was it about the Beatles on the cover that required the artwork to be changed?
I put down their wigs. I got it from a reliable source.
The only artwork I know that changed was the cigarette, but that's not.
I know.
Oh, cigs.
Andy, I have a secret to tell you. A dark secret. While you were peeing in the toilet, Mike and I looked at your answers.
Oh, I put rabbit.
I thought,
and then I put cig.
I thought you wrote wigs, not cigs.
I forgot you changed your answer from rabbit to pigeon.
Yeah,
and scored the 1 point of the game. You fucking cheater. Yeah, we also thought that you said wig and then stroked it out.
No.
And I realized it must have been sig.
Yeah.
But I thought it would be funny if the Beatles artwork was back because they wore wigs.
That would be hilarious, though.
Fuck.
That was good.
Andy wins.
I don't even tell you the answer.
Yeah. Inform us. Educate us.
Shows you how much you guys care about this quiz. The cover of Yesterday and Today, Dick.
They showed dick.
Oh, I'm getting tired. The cover of Yesterday and Today depicts all 4 Beatles smiling, wearing butcher overalls covered in raw pieces of meat and baby doll limbs.
Never seen that.
That's and they had to recall.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, actually, that was a weird thing that happened, and they had to recall it. It's George Harrison actually said that he thinks it's like the #1, probably most rare piece of Beatles memorabilia now. Yeah, look it up if you want to see it.
There you go.
And you guys at home too. That's the first time I've acknowledged the camera.
Point the camera.
The whole episode.
Let's hope that the video in this has turned out okay.
Yeah, the video might not turn out because we had a lot of technical difficulties during this. I fucking hate filming this podcast. Why do we do it for them? Yeah, the reason they done that album cover is because they enlisted some photographer that they really liked who thought that...
What's the album cover again, sorry?
It was called Yesterday and Today. It's not even an album. It's just they used to do these like compilation records for the Americans of all the singles that they released. But they enlisted this photographer that wanted to do this really wild idea.
See, today that would be nothing.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's wild.
I mean, the thing is, it's not even like they're like splattered.
Oh, actually, I didn't even see the baby's head on his lap.
Well, it's not like they're splattered in blood, and it's not like it's real babies or anything. It's just baby dolls and raw meat.
Yeah.
But they look a little too happy about it.
It just looks creepy because they are just innocent looking.
They're just 4 naughty little school butchers.
Also, wigs seems like a viable answer.
Wigs is a viable answer.
That was all natural, I'll have you know.
I know.
That was all natural, luxurious locks. I would kill for that hair.
There you go.
I wouldn't. I actually had hair like that
I think
for a
they
brief
did
period
kill
in
for
school.
that hair.
They killed those babies. Well, that's it for the Halloween quiz and this episode of Six Set Blood Bones.
Spooky set, bro.
Spooky set.
Bones. Blood, gruesome, gore, dark, vampire. That's it.
Oh, here. You got a Halloween costume sorted out? Can you reveal?
Well, my wife is very insistent that she is gonna go to our Halloween party as an oven because she's pregnant and she's got a bun in the oven. So I said I would dress up as a chef, but I still haven't got an outfit for that.
That's not too hard. You could throw something.
I keep saying I'm gonna be a chef, but I might come as Guy Fieri. Guy Fieri.
Andy?
What did I say I was coming at?
I don't know. You'll probably wear that mask.
Yeah. That I always wear. I hate dressing up.
I don't like it either, man.
I might come as 1999 Eminem.
Oh,
with
yeah.
a Jason
You
mask
did say you would
and
do that.
dungarees.
I'll have everyone know that for the last 6 years I've been coming to Mike's Halloween party as a cowboy because I always phone it in at the last minute, and all I have in the house is a cowboy hat. So I just put it on and say, I'm a cowboy.
You keep doing it, eventually it works. Like last year, was it Red Dead came out?
Yeah, and everyone was a cowboy.
It slotted into place.
That actually really worked that year, but I've been doing it a long time before that. It comes around every couple of years. What are you coming as?
The Ice King from Adventure Time.
Yeah, that's good.
Arlo's gonna be Gunther.
Arlo's a dog, everyone, which is why it's funnier. Yeah, what are you dressing up as? Send us an email. Tell us your costumes and send it to an email. Right, I'm really going on. Andy, what offensive thing were you going to end the show on?
I wasn't going to end. I was actually going to end on a serious one.
Okay.
But I remember last time I said about the whole filters and, remember all that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, something about people not looking good. It's just filters. I don't know. Whatever it was, I got in a lot of trouble for it.
Did you?
I was cancelled.
All right, okay.
My career was cancelled.
No, this time I'm just taking something because I'm starting to write little quote things down that I hear.
Ooh.
And this one's from, I had this from Joe Budden.
Okay.
And he said, life is a series of moments and moments that pass. So let's make this one last as if it's all that we have. There you go.
Beautiful.
Touching.
That's it for Six Set Bro, everybody.
Remember that shit.
Remember it. Be kind to yourself. Go vote for the N.I Music Prize. And applaud by yourself.